So I'm watching what's turning into quite an exciting series. Pepellou against the odds, 4-3 up against Morlockk. Doing nicely in this game as well. He's got a safe king. Maybe we could play through this game. So Morlockk is white, checks, wins 2 pieces, sacks his queen. Confusing position, but it looks like Pepe is doing well. Check, check, takes, he sacks the queen, blocks. No, that was a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake because he had to avoid the smother. Because you don't. So 3 pawns and various things. Can he escape? Feels like he can escape. Could take the knight, could just run back, could take it with the knight, take that rook. So many choices. Looks like Pepe is safe. Morlockk, however, is not safe. With the well, okay. I'd have thought he'd save up the queen for later, but sure. I was thinking bishop here, queen here, pawn here, but wow, he found an even shorter mate. A mate in 2. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're playing again. Or if that was the final game in the series, but that was definitely an interesting game. We just request analysis. So black, of course, is crushing by the end here. Just step back a few moves. So in this position, of course, black is crushing. Does white have something here? Wow. So there is in fact a mate with knight at d6, king c7, knight e8 check. At which point I'm wondering, why can't we go back? Because then rook here check, bishop takes, knight d6, double check, mate. So that's a very nice one. So knight here check, king here, knight here check. He has to step to here or here. And we have pawns, a knight, a bishop, and rook in hand. And the problem with stepping to here is you could just go rook drop straight away, and again, there are not very many squares left for this king, and you can clearly see that's mate. So we're going to assume king to b6, but still, there are not very many squares for this king. So pawn at a5, king takes a5, rook at a4, so that will cut off those squares. What squares does that leave for the king? It's this one, this one, this one, this one, and maybe running across. So rook at a4, but you can always stop the king running across with a move like bishop here, cutting the square, keeping the king in the box. So we'll assume here, pawn here check, assume here, trying to run to here and to here. But this square is cut, so he can't go that route. That's the problem. So here, just pawn here check, takes, bishop drop here. Anyway, it feels like a mate in less than 10, but okay. So there was a dangerous mate here, and bishop d8 was a mistake. Bishop drop here would have saved the mate. Going just from the top, what's the best move for white in this position? It's b4, develop the bishop. Okay, makes sense. Grab space as well. Best move for black is e6, knight d7 to block the check, knight f6, takes, bishop at e6 is strong. Just simply blocking the pawn would have been very good. Okay, white does get a queen trap, but black gets this really creative queen at e1. Just making it very hard for white to develop. Knight d5, hitting his bishop. Takes, so he loses. Okay, the queen comes out again. Black is doing well here. Rook takes knight's a mistake because queen takes d7 is an idea in this position. King takes, knight t5 check. And maybe planning on taking here, but apparently the engine thinks a bit longer, and g takes f3 is even stronger. With this idea of queen takes d7, king takes, rook at f7, blocks, takes, bishop at a3. Okay, so, but okay, backs off. This seems like an interesting idea to go for a checkmate here. Oh, it's not yet a checkmate because the knight's defending, so actually white can attack. But he didn't attack. Well, he attacks now. Yeah, so white had to attack more strongly, and this is not good because the blacks took back control, but then this is an error, and then white had mate. Okay, so very interesting games, and the whole very interesting series with Pepe taking it 5-3. Really interesting.